everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. And in today's episode, we're going to continue with wrapping up side quests. Just wanted to make this intro as quickly as possible so we can hurry up and get into it as soon as possible. And with that said, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more, and let's get into Final Fantasy 16. Okay, it doesn't look like there's much left in terms of side quests. So let's start with these kids over here, because I remember seeing these kids and I didn't really pay them no mind. So yeah, let's get started with these kids.
What do you think happened to Miss...
Sid, you have to help us.
Again?
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange.
No, she's always
Very
acting strange.
She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said, in the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
Yeah, I doubt that. He's not necessarily an engineer. Not like Mididol.
She seems really sad.
Aiming high.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
She's probably thinking about her dad.
She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not
Or maybe
real
not thinking about him, more like
Thanks for the warning.
distracting herself from thinking about him. I mean, I would think that she would do that. It seems more logical for her to be that type of person.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it.
Whoa.
The answer was right here under my arse all along. If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important?
I don't see the point in having
away from everyone.
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so...
But we have
What do
those
you
little
do something about
transporting
it?
crystals.
The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got
I
them.
mean, clearly that's just a
But not me.
gameplay thing, but still, well,
I
I would like
Well, almost.
my immediate
First I needed
reaction.
to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise
Just to bring
is
up the
my
fast
baby.
travel system.
But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil.
Oh
Then
man,
I'll need some bone, or shell.
I might be having to
Right.
hunt the monster.
Strong, preferably no longer attached to the
Not
plastic
literally
bones.
hunt, but you know.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill.
Ah,
I can
great.
find this bone while I'm there as well.
Come on, Cursebreaker, give me some information. Some useful information. Ronan.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better.
Oh,
You know what an
adamantoids.
is?
I mean, I can think of one.
I don't know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Carava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't
I think I know where
expect
that's at.
work of the bastard.
In fact, I'm
There's a reason
pretty
it's
confident I've been
named
there.
as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay, well. Obtain oil from Bald Hill. Defeat a desert tour in Coravan. I've probably been in that area. I'm pretty sure I've seen that area. In any case, let's head there.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
I don't think this tortoise is hiding. He's literally right there.
Straight home now.
In fact, I'm confident that's the one. Ah, okay.
We found him.
I haven't fought a tortoise like this in a while, so I don't think I remember how to do them, how to fight it.
Let's try.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, whoa, what the hell? I must have hit like his shell.
Nice try.
Haha. Come on.
Nice try.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that. Oh, he should be dead by now. There it goes. Oops, I keep kicking this table. I should actually almost be leveling up soon.
She can come and get it herself.
All right, now grab this, whatever this is. 3 shark fangs. Okay. All right, not bad, not bad. Now let's head to Odd Hill, wherever that is, because I don't remember. Huh. Where would I find oil here? Oh, well, you know what? Yeah. There would be like leftover oils at random locations. What is that?
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Okay, I do remember this area. This is where we found those people. I definitely remember this area. Oh, it's right here. I see it. For whatever reason, I could see it better at a distance than I could anywhere else.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Yeah. Alright, Mid. Time for your, Actually, I don't know what you're making. Like the combination of oil and turtle shell, whatever, sounds strange and random. What the hell are you making? Come on, Mid.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
This better be all you need. Shipwright's tallow. Just oil.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0
And
and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one, though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear.
Oh,
Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
right. I do remember that. I even pointed it out. I was like, things missing whole pieces, and turns out like that was a completely unrelated part.
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it?
None of your business, kid.
Airship.
And where's that cog?
Bet it's an airship.
Do you think she'll let us help?
It's probably an airship.
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot. We remember.
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
Wait.
That's good to know.
Look,
Well, at least we know if something breaks down, we know why.
is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Okay, well, yeah, at least now we know that if anything goes wrong, because of the kids. No doubt.
Well, did they have it?
They had a bag of it. They had a bag of all kinds of crap. They had it.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see.
Wings. Wait. Oh,
That should do it.
like a helicopter. Well,
Here goes nothing.
it was certainly nothing.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, These bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
I would get vertigo.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that...
What about shuffling to a dream and chasing a grave?
Need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
Right. So she's afraid of...
All that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not
Plenty of
since
times.
Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's always fun to make people look stupid. I guess that's it for that one, right? No? Oh, okay, one more monologue
Of
and...
course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you
Goodens.
do.
Define good. That's complete. Awesome. I hope I leveled up. I sure did. I actually wonder what the level cap is. I think it's 50. I imagine it's 50. It makes sense to be 50. About as much as you have right now. Okay. Let's head to the next side quest.
Has Midadol mentioned?
Nazare, Cursebreaker. I think I remember this guy.
Sid, I was wondering if you could
A
help.
ton of the Cursebreakers kind of came and went.
With.
So some of them I remember, some of them I
Recently
kind of
freed from
don't.
his bonds is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting? We're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test then?
Yeah.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial.
I'm actually surprised y'all don't have any more scouts than that. You'd benefit much more greatly.
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
I suppose they could, but they didn't. So, anyway, let's head to Northreach. Is that them?
Might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Those whites will think twice before attacking us again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they won't think twice.
I'm nervous.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At
Ember.
your service, master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it.
Bring it back, right? Yeah. I was gonna say.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know
Again,
your
there's not
limits.
much of an
Know my
Imperial
limits.
army right now, so
I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
seems that's what I'm.
All right, Ember. Impress me.
Seems that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Just keeping an eye on things, on people. And the best way to do it is on top of a giant chicken. Didn't we go here once?
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Oh, bodies everywhere, huh?
Straight home now.
Let me get off this chicken.
Or maybe not.
Okay, never mind.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Nice try.
Come on. hoping this does pretty decent damage.
Farewell.
Yeah, did pretty decent damage. Actually finished him pretty quickly.
Ember, are you?
Hiding in a barrel, I hope. I mean, I'd rather be in...
Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
I was gonna say, I'd rather him be hiding inside of a barrel and safe than to be eaten alive by some random creature.
Time to fight.
No, not time to fight. Time to run. I have no reason to be fighting. Not right now, at least.
Be safe.
Let's hit. Should be, He didn't make it back, did he?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Aevis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He
But
had to
you-
learn his heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
I mean, to be fair, he still kind of ran away. He'll probably end up being chosen as a scout anyway, because I mean, you can't really, beggars can't be choosers, right?
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Oh, I get to actually choose. Isn't that something? You know what? Just to be nice. He did the job, so that was part of the deal. Do the job. So, screw it. I'll
Ember
probably
lost his
regret it,
nerve
but
in the face
whatever.
of a beast of prey. But he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place.
You know what? I just realized maybe those people that they found outside the gate had nothing to do with him.
And if you ask me,
That monster.
we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think these guys will be fine. A new quest is available nearby. Another one? Oh my god.
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
Well, I mean, I tried to leave this one for last. So I guess I'll do this one. Talk to Gav. This was unexpected, actually.
You alright?
Silver
Something
linings.
troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eddie's baby will be coming soon and I
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
make something for it.
We forgot about
Sure
that.
she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Offer,
Is there anything I can do to
okay,
help?
well,
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
but any good luck charm.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo.
Oh, okay.
There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway.
Silver
Thing
chocobo
is,
though.
they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
All right. Time for a silver chocobo. Speak with the merchants and Martha's Rest. Okay. This shouldn't take long at all.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
How about a traveling trader?
I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then
No,
I'm your
I'm
man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo.
I mean, if they're...
There's some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Okay, well.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean...
Who do I thought? Oh, okay, here goes someone.
Let's get this stall set.
Inquisitive
How
merchant.
do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
I don't know what any of that means.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
If they're wild chocobo.
Thank you anyway.
Yeah. I was gonna say earlier, it's like there is a cool little detail when it comes to chocobo. And a lot of people don't know. Is a wild chocobo will say wark. And a domesticated chocobo will say quay. It's pretty neat. And you only ever really hear one or the other, depending on what type of chocobo you're dealing with. It's a pretty neat little detail.
Build a barricade so sturdy.
Ah, here's someone. See if you have anything to say.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Okay. Okay. I can see. Yep, no silver chocobos.
Faster! Be safe.
Oh, okay, never mind.
More tracks. And these look fresh. A chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Maybe I should be all sneaky. I doubt the chocobo was here. Well, here's a feather, for sure.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mark. See? The wild chocobo. Just like I said.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Like I said, I think it's kind of strange. Because my chocobo is literally a silver chocobo. Or at least a white one. I'm assuming white because they're treating it as if it's not silver. Even though it looks silver.
It was no trouble.
Ah, it's you.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
crystals cracking. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me.
Actually, I think I do know that about him. Pretty sure someone mentioned it.
And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Aevis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Oh, really? We're gonna go see Edison.
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
I just realized it sounded like I said Edison. I didn't. It just sounded like that. I said Edda. Or I meant to say Edda more clearly. But the way I speak is very slur. Like.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you.
Wait, that sounded wrong too.
Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, me lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Half a pint. Yeah. Swift half.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Seems like he's already drunk after one drink.
You finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Unofficially, yes, sure.
But when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
It seemed like you only had the one.
you may have had 10 too many.
Okay, so they only had 10.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Nice. Well, that wasn't so bad. A pretty simple quest. Probably should have done this way earlier. But I didn't. But it's alright. Okay. Seems like that's the last one so far. Alright, let's see if I can squeeze this last side quest into this. Hello, Joshua.
Clive.
Where there's a will,
Not sure what's wrong. And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Well, yeah.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
I am ready to leave right now, actually. I don't have much else to do. To begin with, speak with Cyril. Okay.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
Okay. Oh, I have to read it. Okay, my beloved sons. I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. And yet we succeed. And yet, even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be the arduous inheritance. And so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love, the faith that I hold for both of you.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. The duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
The archive?
Shall we then?
You know, I don't think I've ever actually been there. If it's the same archive I'm thinking, I don't think I have been there. But yeah. Let's head to the archive. Okay, speak for Cyril. Ooh, there's like stuff in here I can look at. Anyway, let's talk to this lady. woman.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
And I don't recognize you. Actually, I probably do.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas,
Just armbands?
he did not live. Indeed, he was taken.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
even
it's
before
not just armbands, but I'm just saying. Just
He had
armbands.
intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain
Oh,
specimen.
convenient.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Alrighty, let's go slay it, Griffin.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Mm-hmm. Here this stupid bird is.
There it is. The House Rosfield. Too slow.
Come on. Oh, come on.
No good.
Come on. I think it only has like 3 attacks because it's only doing those 3. All right. Oh, finally. Come on. I don't even think he's even that hard. He just, for some reason. Come on.
To me, Blade!
Oh, come on. That didn't count. It's like a Alright, we got this. I saw it was like a crossfire of flames.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Alright, let's go back. Alright, Lady Goditha. Let's see what you have to say now. Like, oh my goodness.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
His guts, his guts all over the ground somewhere.
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
I wonder if the bracelets are like a permanent change for the character model.
The armbands are complete.
Bracelet, armband.
They are yours, after all. Heartstone is
Like it's actually like a cosmetic change.
or even ruby.
Because some games they don't do stuff like that. They say it and oh, here's the thing, but and then you get it and it doesn't really change anything.
Bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
I keep hitting the table.
My lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late.
Well, maybe you already kind of knew.
When I reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
Or at least suspected of it, because
You did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady
well,
Goditha,
we're certainly alive. I don't know about
on
well.
behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Exit the something.
The bands suit you well.
Are we wearing them?
It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Like I said, some games, when you do a certain task, it actually affects your character model, and you're like, oh, you're wearing armbands. I don't see no armbands, but
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Ready, go?
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
well, I don't think it'll help that much, but
It's just back there.
You deserve a rest.
okay, let's see what these... Oh, here it is.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
I think we're gonna take the moment.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Where there's a will. I wonder, are the names of the missions different at the end of it? That's a very different title than what I started it with. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Oh, interesting. I should have done this very early on. A new missive. Concern for Jill. Through her icon brought her much suffering, or though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. We should be poor friends, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek her. Seek to light. Why can't I read that? And we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more in private. Yeah, sure.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
I didn't realize I had so many more quests to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for now. It looks like I've got like maybe one more quest I have to do, because it just sort of popped up at the very end right there, but I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do whatever else I need to do before the end, and I think the next one is probably going to end up being the finale of this entire series. So yeah, with that said, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more, and see you in the next video. Later.